Okay, let's start our class by reciting the Mangalacharan. Have you learned it?
Okay. But I'm wearing shoes, I cannot say that.
Okay. But you can put your off shoes if you want. Put off your shoes.
I think.
मोक्षमार्गस्य नेतारं भेत्तारं कर्मभूभृतां ज्ञातारं विश्वतत्त्वानां वन्दे तद्गुणलब्धये. Tattvartha Sutra, which is written by Umaswami or Umaswati Acharya. Here, what we have understood right now about the Tattvartha, about right faith, and the way of liberation. Now the disciple asks, okay, now I get to know about what is the way of liberation, how that right faith can be obtained, and what are the seven tattvas. And one more thing.
The right knowledge of the nature of the object.
That's the definition of right faith.
And then how to.
What are the two ways of obtaining the right faith? Nisarga or Adhikar. Okay. The next sutra is intended to avoid deviation from established conventions while referring to terms like right faith, soul, and mentioned earlier. So what here really means, now here comes a new topic about how we can know this seven tattvas, the reality, and what are the means of knowledge, how we can know them. Okay, so Nam, Stapna, Dravya, Bhav. So here is the answer. Nam, Stapna, Dravya, Bhav, Tas, Tanyasaha. Tat, Nyasaha.
Nam, Stapana, Dravya, Bhav, Tat, Tas,
Tanyasaha. Okay, say it.
Nam, Stapana, Dravya, Bhav, Tas, Nyasa. Nyasa.
So, Tat Nyasaha. Tat Nyasaha. Tat Nyasaha. Okay. Tat means that. Nyasaha. Okay. Nyasa means these are installed or they are interpreted. They can each and every object can be known. Tat Nyasaha. So here tat means that. That means what? That we have talked about earlier. So what we already discussed earlier before this sutra.
The seven tattvas and
the seven tattvas, right faith,
right.
Okay, the way of liberation. So tat nyasa. So that means these all things. Nyasa can be known. So these are the ways to know each and every object of this world. In this particular context, here is soul, the right faith, and the way of liberation. So they all can be known by Nam, second Stapana, third Dravya, fourth Bhav. Okay, so these are installed Nyasa or Nikshep.
We can say it as types.
Types of what?
Seven Tattva. How to identify seven Tattva?
Yes, we can say that. But it is not a type of tattva.
Like to understand seven Tattva,
Yeah.
there are four types.
Understand, interpretation, okay? Not only seven tattva, each and everything. But in this regard, seven tattva. So, Nam Sthapana Dravya Bhav Tat Nyasa. Okay. So, Nyasa means installed or can be known or can be interpreted. Okay. So, there are four ways. So, these are the four types of Nikshep that we can say. Okay. So, these are the four types of what? Nikshep. Okay. The first one is Naam, which we can translate in English name. And another is Sthapana, which we can say representation. Okay, representation, Sthapana. Dravya. Usually Dravya means substance, but here Dravya doesn't mean substance, as you have already studied in the online class. Okay, Dravya here doesn't mean the substance. Okay, however, in the English translation, it is being translated as substance as well as substance and its potentiality. Okay, and the last Nikshep is Bhav, which is actual state. So, what are the four types? Name, representation, substance, and its potentiality. Bhav. How it is actual state. Okay, so these are the four types of Nikshep. Okay, each and everything can be known by these four types, or each and everything can be interpreted by these mediums. So now we will understand each and every nature of this Nikshep. First of all is name. Giving a name to an object, irrespective of its qualities. This is the main thing. It doesn't mean whether that particular object is having the quality or not. Okay. Object means each and everything. Okay. Object doesn't only mean non-soul, soul or non-soul, each and everything. So giving a name to an object, irrespective of its qualities, for the sake of social identity is naming. Lok vyavhar ho sake, so that the world can goes on. So just irrespective of their qualities and just for the sake of the social manner, each and every object is given a particular name. Okay, this is what table, this is what laptop, okay, this is what shirt, and we are also given our name. Okay, so whether a person is having just focus on his soul itself or a living being itself, each and every living being is given a name by their parents, by their family. So what is here trying to say? Nam Nikshep, the name means that particular person is having that quality or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, someone can be called as Mahavir, someone can be called as Roop Chandra, someone can be called as Gyan, or whatever the name is. Okay, we all have our name. Okay, what's a good name? Puja. Oh, I have already talked about whether someone is having Puja name. Yeah. But it doesn't mean the person who is named as Puja is like to worship. Okay, so that can it can be possible. So it doesn't mean that oh you don't like Puja, then you have to change your name. And has anybody asked about it that you like Puja? You like to worship? No. What if someone knows that you don't like to, just suppose hypothetically, if you don't like to worship, then is there anyone who will change your name? And then, no, why? Because this is the just a name.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay. And Shakespeare also says that what is in the name?
Yeah.
This is a famous dialogue of Shakespeare. Ne naam mein kya rakha hai? है ना?
Shahrukh Khan.
नहीं, but it is the dialogue of
Also.
Shakespeare, but copied from
Shahrukh Khan.
हाँ,
They
और
copied from Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Shahrukh Khan.
हाँ. Or we can say in today's language, it is inspired. Nowadays, when people copy something, they don't say or admit that I copied from it. They say I just inspired from it. Okay. So what is in the name? It doesn't matter. This is just for the sake of the social or the for the social norm. So okay, so this is the Naam Nikshep, and each and everything is called as some particular name. Is it clear? Okay. Now another is a Sthapana, which we have translated in English, representation. Okay. Representation are also of two types. The same representation and one which is not same representation. In Hindi, it is being said Tadakar and Atadakar. Okay. The same representation and which is not same representation. And you must be in that online class. I have given example of, do you
Elephant.
remember? Elephant. And an
Acha.
elephant in the chessboard.
Yeah.
Okay. So that elephant.
Also model like building a building's representation and so on.
But that is the same representation.
Yeah, that is Tadaka.
That will be fall in the category of Tadaka. But what about the one which do not have the same representation?
Elephant.
Like the elephant in the chessboard, and there are also many examples. Okay, so just like when we try to understand something, we draw something. Okay, and when we say what it is, just for example, if we just give me, okay, it is Rafna.
Rafa.
One, I will just suppose we are understanding the seven fundamentals, seven reality. Okay, so I say this is Jeev, Ajeev, Ashrav, Ban, Sambar, Nijra, Moksha. Okay, now I will ask what it is.
Moksha.
But it is it Moksha?
No.
But this is what representation. Okay, so this is a same representation of liberation or salvation? No. So it is not same. It is a tadakar. Okay, so this is also the representation. Ye sthapana hai. Each and every teacher uses sthapana. Okay, when we try to explain something, just we also we can also see in the fingers also. If I say this is Jeev, okay, this is soul, non-soul, influx, bondage, and I ask what it is.
Ajeev.
Okay, Ajeev. Then is it a Ajeev?
No.
No, but I represented the Ajeev in my finger. So this is also the representation. So this is the same or not same?
It's not same.
It's not same. So this is Atadakar Sthapana. It's not the same representation. Okay. So by this, these things we understand or elaborate or interpret each and everything. Okay. So this is Sthapana Nikshep. Establishing objects in things made of wood, clay, painting, dyes, etc. Okay. This is that. This is the main thing. What is Sthapana? This is that. Have you heard about Meera? She's very
Meera
famous.
Meera writes the is for Krishna only, na?
Yeah.
She is a very devoted soul of Krishna, and there's a temple also. I've been there.
Yeah. So this is the dedicated temple. Okay. So there was a particular idol in which to which Meera used to worship. Just think about it. When someone say it's just a statue.
No, it's everything for them.
For what it is for Meera.
It's the real Krishna.
Real Krishna. So what it means, this is that.
That means the
This
representation.
is the Krishna. So
the
for the Meera, that's not statue.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whether it is of wood or whether it's of stone or whether it's of metal. Okay. For Meera, it's not metal. Okay, for Mira it is not stone. For Mira, what it is?
It is the ideal of her god.
Not the ideal even.
I mean the exact same god.
So for her, this is the Krishna only.
Yeah.
मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल और नबीर में यही है सब कुछ मेरे each and everything. If someone says हटाओ इस मूर्ति को, she will say no, it's not a मूर्ति, it's my Krishna. है ना, it's not a मूर्ति, it's a Krishna itself. So what it is, this is that. So the each and every मूर्ति पूजा, the one who is worship idol, for them this is not statue. Okay, for them that is not just a piece of stone.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a piece of metal. For them, that is Tirthankar. Okay, so this is that. And just understand that we do not, what to say, we cannot remove the Stapana representation from our life. Whether we can say that we do not worship idol. Okay, so there are several religions. For example, the Muslims do not worship any idol.
Yeah.
Okay, the Sikhs do not worship any idol. They worship only scripture. Okay, there's not any idol in them. In the same way, in the Jain sect also, in Shwetambar, there's a Starakvasi. They do not worship idol.
I'm Sanwa.
Okay, and in the Digambar, there are Taranpanthi. Okay, the one who doesn't worship idol, they worship scriptures. Okay, so there's a story that you will learn in a history class, Jain history. What is the story of that? So in a Jain sect also, whether it is a Digambar or a Shwetambar, there are certain Jain community, there are certain Jain people who do not worship idol. Okay, they have their own story and the one who
Their way of
interpretation and each and everything. And there are also a Jain sect who worship idol. So what is Stapana? Stapana simply means when I duplicate or replicate something. Okay, I just make a, okay, just for example, I just ask you what it is.
tree.
Is it a tree? Is it a tree?
No, it is
So
not.
there's a what to say point of view.
Huh.
Okay, for one point of view, there someone will say, oh, it's not a tree. How you can say it's a tree? Does it give you oxygen? Does it give you a fruit? And what it is? But it's just a representation of tree. The representation of tree is also called tree.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two point of view. One point of view will call it tree, and another point of view will not call it tree. In the same way, in the idol itself, one will call it it's a tree Tankar,
And one will.
it's just a statue. Okay, so these are the main differences. No one is wrong, or we can say, but according to the Stapana Nikshep, it's a right. Or as far as Jainism is concerned, we believe in Stapana, we believe in representation. So according to this Stapana Nikshep, it can be possible. Okay, so we in जब हम लोक व्यवहार में इसका इस्तेमाल करते हैं, so we can also use in our religious terms. Okay, so these are the different things. So what is man in the Stapana represent? This is that. Okay, so this yeah, you can take it. This is the main thing for the if I ask you what is being characterized by this is that. You just go blindly with presentation. It is a Stapana. Okay. Is a representation Stapana. Okay. Just for example, the pictures that we click. Is it a sheet only? Is it a paper only, or is it a that person?
No, it's a sheet.
Yeah. But now there's a step. Again, 2 point of view.
It's not one.
And just for example, if we print out our ancestors photos or one.
You said this, and it comes down on the road and you
So
stand.
there are 2 point of view. One will call it just a paper.
Uh,
Okay, another will call, oh, it's my grandfather. Yeah.
Also with newspaper, like
Yeah.
everyone throw it down and some people say like it's a newspaper, it's paper, you have to respect it. And somebody is, no, it's just a newspaper.
Yeah. There are always many point of views.
Yeah.
So according to Jainism, each and everyone is correct in its own point of view. Okay. हम अपने अपने दृष्टिकोणों से सही हैं क्योंकि वहां जो नए लगाया जा रहा है उस नए की दृष्टि से सही है आगे we will know about the Praman and Naya. Okay, so this is representation which is Stapana. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
So name irrespective of its quality,
It's just given.
It's just given by name. Okay, that's name. And another one is representation, which is
Stop.
this is that. I'm just giving you a clue. In a name, it should be mentioned that there's a irrespective of quality. Whether the person possesses that qualities or not, it doesn't matter. Okay. And the stapana, it is this is that. Okay. Same and which is not same. Another is dravya, which they translated potentiality, substance and its potentiality. What it means actually, if someone gone through something, or someone was something in a past, or he will become something in a future. To call it in a present is Dravya Nikshep.
Designation. But then, I mean,
But still, designation is stand for the current actual mood.
but then they call it as the past and future only.
Okay.
हाँ, like आपने online ही बोला था the doctor one. So that is only the designation no, of a person. Like if he's studying on to reach that destination or the seat, that will be also known. That is designation also, right?
That's on a Dravya Nikshep.
Huh.
Okay, because he will achieve
Yeah,
or he has achieved.
but then still he is known by that
Yeah.
identity.
But yeah, but in a present.
Huh.
But what in reality, just think about it. In reality, he is not.
Huh.
But it is interpreted as that it is in Dravya.
हाँ,
But just think about it. नहीं हम तो तभी कहेंगे जब असली में होगा. Okay, that's for भाव निक्षेप.
हाँ.
Okay, which stand for actual state. Then the person will actually acquire that position. Then we will call it that's for the bhav nikshep. But it definitely will become, or he was in that position to interpret something that was in past or that will become in future is called dravya nikshep.
Dravya.
Okay, to interpret something on the basis of its past or on the basis of its future. Okay, it is called prediction. Now we will not go through the subdivision of Dravya Nikshep. Okay, we will move further.
हाँ.
The soul taking the mode of a living being. Oh, this is the example. Is it the example? The soul taking the mode of a living being or the mode of a human being is the no Adam Bhavaji.
This bhav here.
Where it is? Soul state is of two kinds. So I don't want to go through the subdivisions because that we will leave for
It
the
will be
further
a
studies.
bit complicated.
Yeah. Okay, so leave it. So what is a bhav nikshep? Bhav nikshep it said means for the when we interpret something for its actual state. That is a bhav nikshep. Okay, you have understood nothing more than that. To call doctor who is practicing in doctorship is called is it? Okay, so that is a bhav nikshep. Okay, just exercise it. To when okay. Just for example, what if we met in parking? Okay, and I'm parking my vehicle.
Then also you'll be my teacher.
From which next year?
From bhav, because you're actually a teacher.
But I'm not teaching on that time.
Huh. Then it will be this is that. I mean like the representation.
Representation is I am a representation of myself.
I know that will be bhavya. Dravya, sorry.
Dravya. Why? Why?
Because in future or past you are doing teaching.
Yeah.
It's your
So because I have teached you in my class, and there are possibilities that I will teach you
in the next class.
Okay. So on the basis of that, you can call me teacher. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the Dravya Nikshep. Shall we move forward?
Yeah.
Now, what is the way of attaining knowledge about the soul and right faith, etc.? Elaborated through the 4 kinds of installation. What is installation?
In parts.
Installation. What is the Hindi translation of installation here? Nikshep.
Nikshep. Okay.
Okay, so then, right, it got
Nikshep. I mean, like the.
what is the English? Okay, one more thing. This is not the ultimatum English translation. In some other text, you will.
There might be difference in the word, but the bhav is.
So this is the main problem.
Bhav is same.
Bhav is same, but this is the main problem of translation, English translation. Each and everyone translate from their point of view. Okay, so there are 4 kinds of installation, which is 4 kinds of Nikshep. What are they? We can say it is the mode of, it is the way of interpreting something, or it is the way of knowing something. Or in this regard, we can say it is the way of knowing something. Knowing what? Samyak darshan, Sat, Tattvartha, Moksha, etc. So are there any other ways also? So there are other ways also to know what soul, right faith, path of liberation, etc. So what are those other ways? That are Praman, Nai, Radhigama. Say it.
Praman Nai Tadigama.
No.
Praman Nai Tadigama.
No, you are speaking wrong.
Praman Nai Tadigama.
Radhigama, it's
Oh,
Ra.
sorry. Oh, I've written the Jones only. I'm getting it. Radhigama. Praman Nai Radhigama.
Okay. Praman, Nai, Radhigama. So just split it. Praman, Nai, Nai, Visarga, and 2 dots. Nai, Adhigama. Okay. Adhigama. Adhigam means knowledge. Knowledge can be obtained by Praman and Nai, which is Praman and Nai. Okay. So these are also the some of the ways by which the knowledge can be obtained. So Adhigama, knowledge can be obtained from Praman and Nai. What is the meaning of Praman? And what is the English translation of Nai? So here Praman means comprehensive knowledge. Okay. And Nai means standpoint or viewpoint.
Comprehensive
Knowledge. And Nai means viewpoint or standpoint. Okay, so what is Praman and Nai? When a thing known by its all perspective, then it is Praman. When it is being known by a certain perspective, certain point of view, then it is Nai. Okay, so there's a whole picture and there's a one part of that picture. Praman is a whole, comprehensive knowledge, each and every aspect. And from that, from whole, there's only when we pick one point of view. Okay, that is Nai. Okay, so Praman is a bigger and Nai is a smaller thing. Right? Just for example, I have given the example. If a female, from the viewpoint of Praman, if we see from the Praman perspective, she has many designation. Okay, she is a woman. She is a soul also. Okay, from spiritual point of view, she is a wife. She is a daughter. She is a mother.
She's a sister.
She is a sister. There are many relations. So these are from the Praman. When we see as a Praman, then it's a comprehensive knowledge. When we say that no, she is only my mother. She is my mother.
Right.
And when we say she is my mother, then it is from the point of view of what I say that she is only mother.
Then only mother means Praman.
Think about it. If you call your mother now, you are only my mother. And your papa will say, no, she's my wife also. Then what it will be?
It will be
And you are arguing, no, she's not your wife, she's my mother
It's
only.
Naya only.
No, it's not wrong. It is not true, na?
She's only my mother. Yeah,
That's not true, na?
Ah.
Okay, now how it can be true? It can be true by saying that she is mother only from my point of view.
By changing her.
Then it's 100% true. From yourself, from your point of view, she will only be your mother. Okay, that cannot be possible. She will be your husband or wife or something else. Okay, so from my point of view, she is only my mother. But what if I say she is only my mother? Then it's wrong. Are you getting my point? When we know from what point of view it is being said, and we know that from this point of view it is being said that, then it's true. When we remove a point of view and make that this is the ultimate truth, then it's wrong. Okay, are you getting?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is,
I have one more example.
Okay, go on.
For Praman, we can say that Jainology, like it has the whole knowledge.
Yeah.
And for Naya, we can say that Tattvartha Sutra.
Yeah. Okay.
I've written that example.
That's okay. So each and every object can be known from comprehensive or can be known from their particular point of view. Usually, or I can say most of the time we use from a point of view. Each and every interpretation is done by Naya only. Okay, but from if you want to see a bigger picture, then the Praman comes. So Praman stand for comprehensive knowledge, then stand for standpoint or viewpoint. Okay, just now.
It has too much of explanation. You don't have to read it now.
No, that's why. Now talk about it. Now understand it metaphysically. Okay. Each and of every object is a nitya. Okay, is a permanent, and it is temporary also. It's anitya also. Okay. Is it or not?
It is.
It is. How?
Like few things are permanent, few things are temporary.
No, that's wrong. According to Jainism, it is not like few things are there and few things are there.
Then there's nothing. Like everything is temporary.
No, each and every object is permanent as well as temporary.
Achha, each object has, I mean, both.
Both. Are you permanent or temporary?
I'm temporary.
How? You are temporary soul. And what will be you next?
But I.
Okay, what was in your past? From the 6 substances or from the 7 realities?
I was Jeev.
You was Jeev. What you are now?
Jeev.
What you will future?
Jeev.
Then?
Oh.
Then you are
permanent,
permanent as a soul. Okay. Now think about differently. From your feelings, from the perspective of emotions.
But these are the things which we cannot see now. Only those kinds are permanent.
Okay, okay. Just talk about what what is changing and what we can see. Okay. I am changing or not?
No. I mean, yeah, from your childhood till now.
Okay. So my question remains same. Am I changing or not?
Yeah. You are changing.
I am changing. I'm only changing.
You are changing.
Or I'm the same person or the same soul that was in my childhood.
Yeah, you are. It's a question different.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say, each and every object is changing and each and every object is unchanging. There are different views. From one point of view, I am continuously changing. Each and every second that.
But it's just for a period of time, no?
No, just think about it. For example, on my birthday, I became 24 to 25. Okay, when I became on a one day. That change have only taken in a one day, or it was continuously happening since I was 24.
It was continuously happening.
So I was changing. Okay, each and everything is changing. Every समय हर चीज बदल रही है, एक एक समय बाद बदल रही है. Each and everything is changing. Okay, so from that point of view, each and everything is temporary because everything is changing. You are not thinking the same that you used to think the 15 years ago or the 10 years ago, or I can say the 15 days ago. Okay, we think different, we feel different, our emotions change, our feelings change. Huh? That are temporary. Okay, but the soul is same. From that point of view, it is not changing.
But then what about body? How can body?
Same with the body. Body remains Pudgal. The Pudgal remains Pudgal. That is unchanging. But it's becoming white, black, thin, fat, or whatever state that is. From that point of view, it's changing. Are you getting my point? It's a deep metaphysics of change. So in the Indian tradition, some only focuses on changing, just like Buddhism. In Buddhism, it says everything is changing, everything is temporary, nothing is permanent according to them. But is it a right view? Nothing is permanent. I'm not permanent. I'm the soul. I'm permanent. If from one point of view is everything is changing or temporary, but from the another point of view, everything is constant, the same, and nothing is changing. So there are the two things. From the comprehensive point of view, from the Praman point of view, there is a Dravyarthik as well as Paryayarthik. What Jainism says, from the point of view of the substance, substance is not changing because substance remains the same. Soul remains soul itself. Okay, the known soul remains known soul itself. Is there any possibility that soul became known soul and known soul became soul? No, there's no possibility. So from the Dravyarthik point of view, everything is same. Dravyarthik is a Naya. But from the Paryayarthik point of view, from when we see only modes, transformation, from that point of view, everything is changing. The body is not the same as it was yesterday. You know, it is not the same as it was 1 hour ago. Why? Because it's changing. Just think about it. If I got one pimple, okay, when that pimple came out? It's not just a 1 minute. It was a very continuous process. We can see when it pop out. But before that popping out, there was something going on beyond the skin or layer or something like that. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, each and everything is changing. This ball is not same as it was painted. When it was painted, from that time and to the present time, is it the same?
No.
But we are not capable of catching that thing, but it is not the same. Okay.
What are the terms?
For what?
Permanent and the temporary in Hindi.
Nitya and Anitya. So there are many point of view, Nitya, Anitya, Ek, Anek, Bhin, Abhin, that we will learn in Anekan.
Nitya is permanent.
Nitya is permanent. Nitya hai permanent.
And these are using this, like the Praman and Naya.
Okay. When we see Nitya and Anitya, then it's Praman. When we see Nitya only or when we see Anitya only, then it's Naya.
Got it.
Okay. So for in Jainism also, there are several texts which will focus only Nitya part. There are several texts which will focus on only Anitya part. Then we have to understand that, oh, it's from the Naya point of view. Right. Okay. In Jainism, there are other point of view also, but from other philosophy, there are only one point. So what I'm trying to say, all philosophies have Praman, but only Jainism have the philosophy of Naya. Okay. So the Naya word is itself the invention of Jainism only, and we will only find in Jain text only. Okay. Shall we study one more? So one method of understanding the nature of soul, etc. by Praman and Naya has been explained. Okay, this is the one method. So how many methods we have understood? The four methods of installation, Nikshep. Name.
First, Mr. Tattvartha.
But
Before
that,
the darshan.
but that are the reality.
Okay.
What
The ways.
the ways of interpretation or ways of saying or knowing each and every. So what was the first way
The four ways.
of
Naam,
installation?
हाँ,
Name, representation,
द्रव्य, हाँ,
substance and its potentiality,
and the
the actual state. Okay, so these are the four Nikshep. And after that, we have studied Praman, Nai, Radhigama. Acharya says not only from Nikshep, from Praman and Nai also they are also understood. If Praman means comprehensive and Nai means any standpoint. Okay, so now the next. Another method of ascertaining the soul, etc., is mentioned next. So these are the another methods. What are those? There are many methods. Nirdesh, first. Swamitva, second. Sadhana, Adhikaran, Sthiti, Vidhanata. Okay, I will read it out and see carefully. You have to read it again. Okay, repeat me. Nirdesh, Swamitva, Sadhanadhikaran, Sthiti, Vidhanata.
Okay. निर्देश स्वामित्व साधनादि अधिकरण
साधनाधिकरण
साधनाधिकरण स्थिति विधानता.
Very good. Say it again.
निर्देश स्वामीनाथ स्वामी स्वामित्व. Okay. निर्देश स्वामित्व साधनाधिकरण स्थिति विधानता. I saw this one, like it's in Tat, na. That was easy for me for reading it.
So these are the methods. Okay. The first one is Nirdesh. The another is Swamitva. The next Sadhan. Then Adhikaran. Then Sthiti. And the last Vidhan. How many are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So these are the 6 methods. Okay. Knowledge of subjects like right faith. Now, knowledge of subjects like right faith. It means each and every subject is somehow know or interpret by these methods. Okay. Then can you see it in a bigger way that the four Nikshep or a Praman on Naya doesn't only applied in Jain text, they are also applied in our real life. Can you see that? Naam Nikshep, Sthapna Nikshep.
It's universal.
Some we used in our day-to-day life. The same thing, these are also being used in our Jain text. Okay, the 4 kinds of Nikshep. Okay, or Praman or Naya, or in the present sense, the Nirdesh, etc. Okay. Okay. So the knowledge of subjects like right faith, Samyak Darshan and soul, etc. is obtained by first Nirdesh, which is being translated as description. Okay. What Nirdesh means? Yes, today we will have the Tattvartha Sutra class. What it is?
It's an order.
It's just a निर्देश.
हाँ.
ठीक है. अब हम सम्यक दर्शन का स्वरूप समझेंगे. Now we will understand the nature of right faith. Then what it is?
Order. Like you are just telling it and we have to do it.
No, there is a difference in order. You have to study Tattvartha Sutra. This is the order.
We will study.
This is just a instruction.
Instruction.
Okay.
Instruction.
Here it is translated as description. So whatever. Now it is all also can be said.
But the meaning is same, right?
What? Yeah.
Instruction.
Yeah, instruction. So description, or I say this is Pudgal, this is mobile, then it is also Nirdesh. Okay, this is book, this is laptop, this is table. These are also Nirdesh. Okay, the first one is Nirdesh, which is description. Another one is Swamitva, which they have translated ownership. You own it. Okay. For example, if I say this is laptop, it is Nirdesh. If I say this is my laptop, then I'm also saying that who is the owner of this laptop. Okay, so it also includes ownership. So in the real life as well as in the spiritual context, each and everything is known by these methods. Okay, this is the car, and who is the owner of this car. So by these questions or by these methods, we get to know about the object. We are getting more information about the object.
Yeah.
So these are the methods of knowing object. Okay, first one is Nirdesh. Another one is Swamit. Usually the children used to ask what it is, then we just give the Nirdesh, this is fan.
Yeah.
Or we explain it, this is fan, this will give you pure air, etc. You will feel the, we will not go in this such deep explanation. Why it is called fan and why it is not called something else. It's just a fan. And what it is Nirdesh? This is sun, this is moon, and this is road, this is car, this is bus, this is zoo, this is Kalana Tinka. We use it. So these all things are Nirdesh. And who's the owner of that particular thing or object, that is falls in the category of Swamit, ownership. Okay. Swamit. Another is Sadhan, which they have translated cause. अधिकरण, substratum, किसके आधार से है. ठीक है. For example, this laptop अभी किसके आधार से है? टेबल के.
अधिकरण is
substratum.
Okay.
कोई चीज किसके आधार से है? ठीक है. तो this is called the अधिकरण. Another thing is duration, स्थिति. कोई क्लास होगी, आज आपकी क्लास होगी, this is Nirdesh. And it will be just of 15 minutes, then its duration. Okay. And today I will not take the class, someone else will take the class, then ownership, etc. Okay. Division means Vedhan. Okay. Types. Okay, now just understand from the G point of view. Okay, if I tell you this is G, this is soul, then what it is? Nirdesh. Okay. Ownership. Who is the owner of soul? I am myself is the owner of my soul. Okay, not someone else is the owner of my soul. Okay, so I am myself is the owner of my soul. Then I am खुद का स्वामी. ठीक है. Sadhan, what caused me? Nothing caused me. I am eternal. Okay. मैं किसके आधार से हूँ? So, for example, we can say a substance is because of its attributes or modes. We can say, okay. So, I am soul because of my consciousness. So, consciousness is the substratum of my soul. Okay. आधार हो सकता. Duration, what is the duration of my soul? Infinite. Okay. What are the divisions? So there are many kinds of soul. There are liberated souls. There are worldly souls. Worldly souls are also are of very subtypes. There are human beings, hell beings, god beings, plants, animals. Okay, one senses, two senses, three senses, living being. So these are all the vidhan, divisions of the souls. In the same way, it can also imply on right faith. Tattvartha Shraddhanam Samyak Darshanam. What it is? It is Nirdesh only. They just said what is Samyak Darshan. They just given the Nirdesh instruction. This is the Samyak Darshan. Okay. The Tattvartha Shraddhanam Samyak Darshanam falls in the category of Nirdesh. Okay. Who is the owner of, who attains the right faith? So, for example, if I say that only the one who have the five senses as well as the man can only attain the right faith. This is the truth. So this is what, who is the owner. If I say he has the right faith, so this soul has the owner of the right faith. सम्यक दर्शन है, इस सम्यक दर्शन का स्वामी कौन है? खुद वो जीव है ना, खुद वो जीव है। या हम इसको और ब्रॉडर सेंस में कहें तो कौन कौन स्वामी हो सकता है? देव हो सकते हैं, देव भी सम्यक दृष्टि हो सकते हैं, नारकी भी हो सकते हैं, मनुष्य भी हो सकते हैं, एक पशु भी हो सकता है। So these they can also be the owner of right faith. So it is giving information. Okay. Cause. So what causes the right faith? So there can be many causes. There can be the Upadesh, preachings, Adhigam. Okay. So what are the causes? There are many causes. It can be the Jin Bimb Darshan. It can be the sadhu ke paas jana. It can be to listen the preachings of. It can be the reading the Jain text. It can be many causes. Okay, so these are the causes of right faith. Okay. अधिकरण किस आधार से है? वो अपने आधार से है, समथिंग लाइक दैट। स्थिति, वो जो सम्यक दर्शन है वो कब तक रहेगा? सो देयर आर three types of सम्यक दर्शन: औपशमिक, शैक्षमिक and shy. And each and every सम्यक दर्शन have its own duration. Okay, just do not get so deep. And there are divisions, so there are many types. As I said, सम्यक दर्शन, औपशमिक, शैक्षमिक and shy. Each and every सम्यक दर्शन has its own time period. Up to what time period it will stay. Okay, so by these mediums, we understand things. By these mediums, by these methods, we get to know about a particular object. Okay. For example, I just came out with a randomly example. This, for example, someone is saying, oh, they both are getting married. So it's just Nirdesh. Who is the bride, who is the groom? We will say, oh, he's a, then we will talk about the ownership. He is the father, he is the Pranana Temka. And why they are getting married, cause. So there can be many causes. I don't know. Okay. कहाँ हो रही है, किधर हो रही है ना, when the wedding will be happen. So this is sthiti, है ना, division. It's a North Indian wedding, South Indian, Punjabi, or there are many kinds. So these are the examples. So these are the methods by which we are knowing something. Okay, it doesn't matter each and everything will be imply on a particular scenario, but somehow many of these things can be implied. Okay, sometimes we get information about divisions. Sometimes we get information about sthiti. Okay, sometimes we get only nirdesh. It is, I mean, what I'm trying to say, it is not compulsion that if there's a nirdesh, then it will be Swamin also. Sometimes they will only say it's the Nirdesh only. So by Nirdesh also we get to know about something. For example, if there's a board which is saying no parking, what it is? It is a Nirdesh only.
Yeah.
Is it giving any information about who is the owner of that
No.
property and what's the duration of that
Nirdesh.
property? That's it. No parking means no parking.
Yeah.
So that's a Nirdesh only. Okay. It's not compulsory, necessary that he should write about each and everything. Okay. Do you have any question?
No.
Okay. So these are the methods of knowing an object. So there is still one more sutra which will depict about the methods of knowing object.
Oh,
The
so
eight
total
one.
there are 4
Yeah.
divisions for dividing the 7 tattva
Not dividing
I
to
think-
knowing the seven
Ah.
tattva,
to get it
to knowing the seven tattva or to depict them.
or to categorize.
Yeah.